Butter chicken might be one of the most iconic dishes on planet Earth, but I'm lactose intolerant, so I assembled the Avengers of dairy substitutes to see if I can create the best non-dairy chicken macaroni. About 65 to 70% of adults are lactose intolerant, meaning they technically can't digest lactose after infancy. And we are going to change that today. To make the butter chicken, we're going to follow Uncle Joshua's perfect butter chicken at home recipe. And in this recipe, he uses 4 different types of dairy products: yogurt, ghee, heavy cream, and of course butter, which I'll substitute with coconut milk, olive oil, and cashew cream. The butter is technically optional, so I'm just going to omit it. The yogurt, especially Hun yogurt, is used as a marinade to the chicken. We can follow a similar process with the coconut milk and hang it, which really just means separating the fats and the water. To do this, I left about 1.5 cups of coconut milk in the fridge for about 18 hours, and it's pretty separated now.
Pretty separated.
I'll scoop out the separated liquid and save the coconut cream for later. For the heavy cream, which finishes off and thickens the curry, start by soaking 2 cups of raw cashews I stole from my African coworker overnight. 12 hours later, let's drain and add back that cashew water, slowly while blending.
It's a little thick for cream, so I think we have to add a little more water to it.
You can add water little by little because you can't take back out the water that you put in. Cashew cream is without a doubt the best non-dairy substitute, given it can be made thick like cream, and butter chicken is already made with cashews.
It's like sweet cashews.
Olive oil in place of ghee. Yes, I know, Indian food cooked with olive oil. Yeah, it's for my stomach, okay? Don't touchy slap me.
How can you slap?
Okay, let's see what Uncle Joshua has us do first.
This is not mandatory.
Okay, bet.
We're done with chicken breast. No more chicken breast ever again.
Right off the bat, I already like the tone of this recipe.
We have 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, which
So I bought leg quarters instead because they were dirt cheap. So we gotta debone them first. Ugh, look at that. That took like 15 minutes just to butcher up 4 chicken leg quarters.
2 teaspoons of kosher salt,
I just put enough to season the chicken.
1 teaspoon of grated ginger, fresh,
About 2 teaspoons for twice the amount of chicken.
1 medium-sized garlic clove, also grated,
2 for twice the amount of chicken.
and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice.
Lime is close enough. I added half of the lime.
Mix all that together.
Give this a thorough mix.
Sit for at least 30 minutes in the fridge or up to 2 hours.
Okay, the cashews will not be done till tomorrow, so we're gonna have to do this overnight.
Our marinade, you have your hung or thickened yogurt,
Yogurt's not invited here, so we have the cream of the coconut that we separated earlier.
2.5 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili,
4 teaspoons of gochugaru.
1 teaspoon of turmeric powder,
The OGs will know that in my video on beef rendang, I mixed up turmeric and galangal, but that's not gonna happen today.
2 teaspoons of lemon juice,
The other half of the lime we didn't use earlier.
1 teaspoon ground cumin,
2 teaspoons of cumin.
1 teaspoon of meti,
2 teaspoons of meti. This is my first ever time having meti, and it reminds me of when I was forced to drink Chinese herbal medicine when I was younger.
1 teaspoon of coriander powder,
Of course, I only had the seeds on hand, so I just grinded up real quick and added 2 teaspoons of it to the marinade.
1 tablespoon of garam masala,
What do you know? I also don't have this on hand, but we can make it because I have all the seasonings. And I added about 1/4 cup of coriander seeds and about 2 tablespoons of green cardamom pods, only to realize I was supposed to crush the pods outside. Similarly, grind up a tablespoon of cloves and half a tablespoon of black pepper. A few more spices. 2 to 3 dry bay leaves, about 1.5 star anise, about 1/4 to half a small nutmeg, and 1 whole mace. Blend it up, and we got more spices to add. We about close to a tablespoon of cinnamon powder, and we have 2 tablespoons of cumin seeds I didn't show here. We just mix that up, and finally this is done.
a 2-inch knob of fresh grated ginger, 2 cloves of grated garlic,
Basically just repeating the first marinade here.
teaspoon of mustard oil. If you can't find it, you can omit it.
Bet we're omitting this one.
Massage that mixture.
Take a minute to rub this meat real good.
At least 2 to 3 hours, or ideally, in a best case scenario, overnight.
God damn, another overnight. Do I even want butter chicken that bad? Yet this is a 2-day recipe.
Way to maximize the flavor is to either broil or grill it.
I live in a New York City studio apartment. There's no way I'm getting access to a grill anytime soon. So we're gonna have to broil it. But first, make sure you take out all the cooked oil you store in your oven. And then I'm gonna broil this on high heat. This definitely did not char as much as I want to, but I got a hack for that. Yeah, get that tandoori char on there.
Add 2 tablespoons of ghee.
And here comes a third substitute. Inside the ghee, we're adding olive oil.
1 small diced yellow onion.
1 big chunky red onion.
A 1.5-inch knob of ginger. 7 whopping cloves of finely chopped garlic.
This just sounds like the Indian ginger garlic paste, so I just made a whole bunch of that. It's about 60% ginger and 40% garlic.
You're gonna add various spices.
You gotta stay with me here because there's actually a shit ton of spices. It kind of just feels like we're adding spices on top of spices on top of spices on top of spices.
2 teaspoons of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, and a hefty pinch of salt to taste.
I added some salt, and you could just add the spices individually, but you could also just add it in a bowl and mix all of them in at the same time.
1 tablespoon of tomato paste. This is gonna help prevent you from having to cook this for like an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah, I don't got any of that, so we're gonna have to cook this for an hour and a half.
14-ounce can of crushed tomatoes.
Kind of feel like I got something on Uncle Joshua here. Adding fresh tomatoes, I think, is a lot more authentic. I don't think Indians had tomato paste going in their backyard.
And 1 tablespoon of methi.
While recording this, I realized I forgot to add that.
6 cardamom pods, and 5 whole cloves.
I feel like I've broken the terms of my lease about fire multiple times in this recipe. I didn't have a cheesecloth, so I just grabbed the fine strainer mesh and put all the spices in there and let that simmer.
And then you're gonna blend this on high speed until as smooth as possible.
This was as smooth as my steak blender could have blended. Ironically, this is the same consistency that you get the day after eating Indian food.
Optionally, but recommended, we have a hot piece of
Who really is gonna go through all that?
half cup of heavy whipping cream.
I did take some of the curry out so that we have enough for just 1 serving. And I added half a cup of the cashew cream as substitute for the heavy cream. And surprisingly, this kind of looks like heavy cream and it behaved with the same consistency. I have high hopes for it.
This is not necessarily traditional.
Those pieces of butter that Uncle Joshua was holding up is definitely not going in here. So we're done. Just add the chicken back with some of the chicken juice, mix it up, add some of the dry methi we mixed earlier, and plate it with some of the cashew cream. Be honest, this kind of looks like butter chicken. With the exception that it's yellow and not red enough, you can't really tell it's non-dairy. The only thing left to do is to give this a taste. My tandoori chicken. Now whatever that marinade is delicious. I think this is spicier than it's supposed to be. I think if I made it with Kashmiri chili powder, it's definitely be a lot less spicy. And also be more red. This looks a little too yellow. I don't know why everything I make starts turning this yellowish color. To be honest, I've never had real butter chicken, so I don't really know what this is supposed to taste like. But it's good. Like, it's creamy. I guess that's from the cashews, and it doesn't taste like it wouldn't have dairy in it. It just tastes good.